Hello, hiya. It's Dave here from the Rock Project Bristol. Sorry, I'm going to stand up for this session today. I've got my Flying V. Yes! We're going to do some shredding with Slash from Guns N' Roses. So last week, hopefully you can well, it wasn't last week because I forgot that we had the half-term thing. So we've had like a couple of weeks off sort of thing. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. So basically what we're going to do now, we're going to look at some of the other little guitar parts and the main guitar solo that's in this song. And I love this track, as you probably gathered from the last video. I'm just gonna, there's a lot to get through today, so I'm not gonna gabble on too much. I'm just gonna rock on. I probably will gabble because I just can't help it. But anyway, first things first, which makes sure we're in tune. So I'm just gonna quickly check that everything is good. I'm gonna turn my trusty snark on. I've got my snark on there. Look at that beautiful thing. It's green light. So let's see. So a little bit sharp. Great. Okay, better. I've been practicing and warming up and playing some stuff here, so that's why it's a little bit out. This is the D. Okay, then the B. G, sorry. Oh, that's better. B, it's pretty good. Yep. Good, right. G's got a bit sharp. Okay, so now if you haven't got a tuner, if you're a bit stuck or whatever, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you the notes. Okay, so we're going to go. So that's a low E. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to the A. Go to D. The G. Good. One more. And B. Okay, and then the high E. The high E. Okay, great. So I think hopefully now we should be ready to go. So I'm just going to go over the riffs very quickly, just so that we can remember what we were doing, in case you've forgotten. Hopefully you haven't, because I'm sure you've been watching that last video like loads, and hopefully like about 5,000 times. So you should have this song pretty much nailed in terms of the rhythm section. So it's like, so yeah, I'm gonna. All that business. Chords underneath at the B, then A, then G, and then E. Massive chords. And then it's B, A, and then E, and then it goes D, A, and then to B, into that main riff. Now over that part there is a little section. I just want to check this. I just want to have a little look at this section. Where is it? I can't find it now. Let me quick. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. So where it is? It's yeah. Yeah, so we just want to go. So just doing like a little climb up. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Let me check. So we're gonna go. So a little climb up like that, just over the top of that. Shot. It's all about the rhythm in this track. There's different ways of playing it, so you can do the power chord kind of chunky ways. Like that. Or you can do it sort of like A open way with the bended G's. So it's all pretty much the same. And then it kind of goes to the E this way. Ah, played that wrong. So, no. So yeah, it's like that. I'm going to stand up for this. This is much more fun. Stand up. So. Playing all of this. Hang on with that. Then it goes to the C. Like that. And then got that main riff, which I love, which is at the end it changes slightly, so it's got more of a staccato kind of like, and it kind of goes back on itself. So it's like 7, 5, 6, 5, 3, 4, and then back into that. All that sort of stuff. Then back into the. Then we're going to go into there's a little sort of break on the E, and it's like, this is the first sort of really new guitar part you want to be learning. It's just like, it's quite tricky to do this one. So you want to be using little dyads here. So I haven't mastered this massively myself, but I'm getting there. So what the first part is, chunking on the E, and then you want to be on the D and the G string, and you want to be going, playing that like a slightly dissonant sort of dyad there. So what that is that's the 11th and the 12th, and you slide in from 11/12 to 12/13, and then what you want to be doing then, you want to be going to go that. And so this is the tricky bit where you've got to hit that that's 12 on that G and B string, and then go back to that kind of dyad, that sort of slightly dissonant dyad there. So you're going to go like that. And then they change the shape, just to throw you off, which I love there. So what's happening there, so you're going, I think about that myself there. So it's going to go, we're going to go. Yeah! So what you do there, you go from the 12 to the dyad shape, which is the 13 and 12, and then you want to kind of switch positions and switch strings as well, right? To go to the 16, 15 on the G and B strings. So when you go, so that's the second finger's on the 16th fret on the G, and the first finger's on the 15th fret on the B. So the whole thing is. Hang on, let me play that again. I'll play it again. Ha! That's still rubbish at this. But we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a good thing. About practicing. Oh, no. That's it. So there you go. So that takes a bit of work, that part. There's another little section to it, but let's go over it one more time. That's the first bit. Then you go. So what we're doing there, instead of doing all those extra dyads and then going up to here, you want to go to 15, 13, and then 15, 15 on there. Okay? So it's like. Like that, okay? Oh, right, okay, so that's quite a bit of a workout there. And just underneath that, the rhythm guitar's just chugging away in the kind of E second position with a kind of low. Like that. Ah! Like that, okay? So that's how that section goes. Hopefully you've got that. So like I said, the dyads are the 2-note chords. So you kind of, like I said, you're going 11, 12, sliding then, that's important to note. You're sliding, just one semitone up. And then you're hitting that. And then there's this kind of cool slide up from the 6th fret up to the kind of, what's that? 18th fret, 18, 17, 19. It's just like. And there's a really fast little run from there. Like that. Kind of like almost like a chromatic-y sort of thing. And then you want to go. So you just want to do a little rundown. So it's, look, so that ends up being like a real sort of standard pentatonic-y. Starts on the 15th fret, the kind of pentatonic run. Kind of ends there in the 10th, and it kind of starts in the 15th. So what we're doing there, we're going 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, and then we're going to go 13, 12, 10. Okay, and then it's back into them. And there's a little bit where he goes, "I live like an animal, the jungle where we play." So you want to bend up in that bit. He kind of, there's lots of delay and echo on this part. He bends up. So what he does, he bends up on the 8th with a sort of artificial harmonic, and then slides down from the 11th. From the 11th on the A string. So he bends up on the G, 8th fret. And if you can do a pinched harmonic, well, artificial harmonic, that'd be great. Learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play. Like that. Okay, so that's that little bit. Right, I think now what's happening is that we're going to go into the main sort of solo. So we've got the whole. It sounds so good with the distortion because obviously they take their foot off the gas a little bit with the distortion. So it's like the D and the G part. That. I just want before I go any further, I'm just going to very quickly check my tuning. So I'm doing quite a lot of bends here. E's all right. It's probably a good idea to check your tuning with me as well, right? Do A. And then D. then G. Oh, I thought so. Here we go. It's pretty much that. He's okay. Hi, it was just that G mainly. Okay, so I thought I could hear it. Didn't sound too great. So, because I was kind of bending quite heavily on there. So that's what it is. All right, so we're going to go. Where are we? So we're going to go. Then we go into the solo, which I love this solo. It's a beaut. So it slides up to the 9th fret here. Really lovely intro. Slide up to the 9 and 7, back to the 9 on the E. The 7, by the way, is on the A. Really nice bend on the 9th fret on the A string. Bend down and back into tune. So it's lovely. So switches position from the kind of B over to here to the 9th fret. Okay, so we're going to go. Okay, so what we're doing, just take a little look at that. So we're going to go. I didn't do the bend. So that's the first part of the solo section, all right? So we're going to go. Okay, so. Okay, so we're going to go. I'm hitting the 7 there. That's it, yeah. So you get some nice bends in there. It's very sort of Angus Young-y sort of guitar solo in this part. So yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to go. Hang on a minute. Okay, so start again. So what you're doing, you hit the 7, 7, slide from the 9 to the 11. And that's on the 9 there. It's the 11 there. Do you want to do a bit of that? So what you're doing there is you're hitting the 9 on the G, and then you go into the 11 on the D, and then the 11 on the G again, with a bit of a bend. And then sort of like a reverse bend up and down, and then 9 and 11 there. Then my favorite bit, the double stop bend. So I love that bit. That's it. So it's what you're doing there, you're hitting the 12th and the 11th. And you're not bending the 12th fret on the B, you're bending the 11 on the G. Oops. Yeah. So you want to go. Okay. So that's the first part of the solo. some nice vibrato, loads of good strong bends, all right? So I'm hoping you've got that. And now we're going to go into one of my favorite parts of the solo where it goes. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Sorry. So good. So good. So basically what he does here, so after that whole so what he does, he moves position again, and he's sliding with his second finger to the 6th fret, and you're getting that. So that's 6 and 5 on the G and D string, B string, and it's just like that. And then there's really, I absolutely love this bit. It's super cool. So basically, he's just kind of doing a drone. So what he's doing, he's hitting the high E string, but he's also got his finger on the same on the 5th fret. So he's going, and then he just looks sort of like, it's not quite chromatic, it's kind of like a blues. Is it blues? Oh, kind of just chromatic in a way. I don't know. No, anyway, so he's basically going 5, 3, 2. Hang on, you can't see. I forget how long the neck on this thing is. 5, 3, 2, 1, and open. It's all on the high B and E strings. Right. So that whole section is. All right. So hopefully you've got that. Ah. You can't see, can you? Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so that bit is 5, 3, 2, 1, oh. And okay, like I said, it's that high E is droning, but you're literally playing on the B string, 5, 3, 2, 1, oh. And then you've got a really nice, tasty double stop bend here on the 2nd fret. And this is great. So what's happening here is you're kind of grabbing. I'm using my fleshy part of my 2nd finger to grab the 2nd fret on the B and G strings, and I'm gonna go. I'm bending that 2 up, and then pulling it off. So I'm doing it very quickly, but I'm bending it. I'm doing it. So it's quite a quick move. So you're bending that. You're bending it up and down, taking it off and hitting it back on, like that. And then I'm going 0, 2, sorry, 0, 1, 2, but then slide into the 4 very quickly. And then I'm doing like a kind of similar sort of thing here, where I'm going on the 4th fret. So it's quite fiddly, this bit. This bit is a little bit fiddly, but once you've got it, you'll be fine. It'll be great. So basically, where are we? Okay, that's it. So what's happening there is you do the double stop bends, and then that's 0, 1, 2 to the 4, and then what you're going to do is 4, 2, 1, 0. Like that. 4, 2, 1, 0. Like that. Like that. Just like that. And then you're going to do some more bends on the, again on the 2nd fret, but on this time just on the G. need to play the whole part again. Yeah. That's it. So I'm going to go. So what I'm doing there is I'm bending up. And I'm kind of hitting that open G, but going to the second fret on the D string, which is the A note, E note, that one. And I kind of bounce in between the open G and that E note on the D string, on the second fret. I hope you're making sense of this. It's quite fiddly. It's a tricky one. So I'll just do that bit again. All right. Okay, so that is that section. So we're nearly there. You're doing great. So what we're going to do now is switch his position again to like the sort of pentatonic E. I love that bit. That's really great. Where he's hitting the 15th on the it's that E pentatonic shape. But he's doing some tasty bends here. So he's going. So he hits that 15 on the B string high up and brings it back down. So what he's doing that double stop, but individually, if you like. So he's kind of hitting the 15, bending it up, bringing it back down. Okay, and then he's doing the same. Then he jumps to the 14th fret on the G, like that, and then he's going. Yeah, that's not right. Oh yeah, that's it. And he's got this really cool slide. So he's going to go. So what he's doing there, he's going. Oh, this is hard work, but we'll get there. So he's bending up on the 14th and brings it back down, kind of like pulls it off onto the 12th, and then hits on the 14 there. But then does a kind of like, whoops, really kind of bluesy like. So what he's doing, he's skipping a string. He's kind of playing two notes together, but he's not hitting that G in the middle there. So he's got his first finger on the 14th, and then his third finger on the 14th on the B string. And he's just kind of sliding it down to the 12th. Oops, missed it. So you can do a sort of bluesy kind of end to a song or something. but he just really, it's just just those little things that Slash does, just to make the solos just that much more tasteful. It's great. It's just like simple little techniques. Because most players would have probably just gone like that. But no. Slash has to add those little. It just gives it that extra little kind of bluesy edge, you know, which is just killer. And then we're kind of almost there. We're almost there. So we're just going to go switch positions again. I'll just play that part one more time. So it's... Okay. Just... Ooh, I missed it. Hang on. Ah, that was horrible. Great. And then we're going to switch down. We'll do some really nice. Like that. And that's how he ends the solo. So what he's doing, he's just bending on 6 and 4. So he's bending. So that's the 6th fret on the G. Like that. And that's the other thing as well. This is a really nice thing that he does. He does it. It's quite quick. You've got to be quick on this. So he basically does the bend on the 6th to the 4th, and then he hits what he does, he's pre-lifting the 6 on the D string, but then he hits it. He doesn't pick it, he bends it up and then picks it down. Like that. It's just really those small things. And then he goes to the. So again, he switches position to the 4 and 2 on the A, and then the E. Yeah, is that right? Oh yeah. So on the 4 there, he hits the open E, and then he hits an F sharp power chord, and then the B. And he slides up, and that's the solo. And then it goes into that whole. And I talked about the double stop bends. There, so he's doing that on the 7th and the 5th on the G and B string. Then he's going to the B and E strings here on the 15th and 12th. And that's it. That's it. So that is the solo. So I hope you survived that and got through it. I'm not sure if I did, but hopefully you did. Yeah, we'll have a new song next week. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep practicing, rock hard, rock heavy, and we'll see you next week at the Rock Project. Take care. I'm going to end this now. Bye. Bye.